What if your story could change someone else's life, but they'll never hear it because you haven't started your podcast? Hi, I'm J. Rosemary Francis, and I'm the host of Tools of the Podcast Trade and Solo Moms Talk podcast. When I started Solo Moms Talk years ago, I struggled because I did not know how to do a podcast, but I also struggled with my mindset. As Seth Godin would say, I struggled with the lizard brain. What if my voice isn't right? Who wants to listen to my story? Just different things. It would tell me that my voice isn't ready for somebody to hear. And so I struggled with all these things. I started Tools of the Podcast Trade, my second podcast, because I realized podcasters had a lot of questions. I also had a lot of questions during the 6 years it took me to start my first podcast, Solo Moms Talk. And so I started a podcasting club where I mentored aspiring podcasters. I also, like I said, started Tools of the Podcast Trade because I wanted to be able to explore and discuss the tools and strategies we use in podcasting so other people could demystify the process of podcasting. So why do I think podcasting is a great way to share your message and to build a business? Because almost 600 million people listen to podcasts. 88% of podcast listeners listen because they want to learn something new. And a podcast is their go-to media to learn what they want to learn. And imagine someone doing the laundry, doing the dishes, driving to work, fixing their car, walking, listening to your message, learning what you have to teach, or being entertained by your content. If my story of struggling to start my first podcast resonate with you, I'd like to invite you to join the Podcubator. But more importantly, I'd like to introduce you to my 30-day podcast launch program. I can walk you through the process of starting a podcast. You may have an idea, you may know what you want, but you may also be struggling with small things, the finer points, how to get a host, how to create the artwork, stuff like that. And the Podcubator is a great way to learn these things through mentorship. A very wise man said, mentorship gets you to where you want to go faster. You can learn it, you can get through it on your own. After all, I did. But it took me 6 years to start my first podcast. And so if you're struggling to get your message out via a podcast, if you are wanting, maybe you are busy with family or a job, the Podcubator may be just the thing you need, or the 30-day course. I've put the links below. I've also put a link below to my free worksheet that will help you check off the list of things that you may need in order to get your podcast on the air. It's my gift to you for listening, for watching, and for hearing my story about why I love podcasting and why I think it may be the answer to you fulfilling your purpose. Your audience is waiting. Join the Podcubator today. Get my free handout, or let me walk you through the process from idea to launch of your podcast. If you know someone who is struggling with starting their podcast, please share this video with them. Also, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you'll know when I upload a new video. Thank you.